After all the work and all the miles,
Get that train rolling, man.
all the sign-filled shows and sold-out seats. Now it's all about to change. Are you ready?
It's not often that the Chief Content Officer, Paul Triple H Levesque, is here on Raw. He must have some major news to share.
Let's hear what the game has to say.
As you all know, we've been building a new era in WWE, a direction that's bolder than anything you've ever seen before. But to forge this path, we need talent who can rise to the occasion. Whether that's someone who's already here or an outsider ready to step in and lead the charge. Who is going to be the superstar to lead us to that next level? Well, we're going to answer that question starting next Monday on Raw with the WWE Draft.
The WWE Draft kicks off next Monday. That's huge news.
Raw and SmackDown GMs Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis have decisions to make that will shape the future of WWE. Now, I know I'm supposed to be impartial, but as a Chief Content Officer, I'm going to drop a couple of hints about who I think will be selected #1 overall and become the leader of this new era. This individual is going to be a force in the women's division for years to come. I've seen her potential for greatness already as a decorated champion from MMA. That's right. I think you might know who I'm talking about. They could be the next big crossover star from the cage to the squared circle to lead the new era of WWE. It all starts at the draft when we take the next step in WWE's revolution.
The CCO just alluded to the fact that we might have an MMA champion going #1 overall.
I can't wait for draft night.
Hello there. So nice to finally meet you. I'm Troy Simpkin, seasoned and esteemed WWE producer.
Hey, Troy. Nice to meet you, too.
We are so excited for your arrival at WWE. There's been so many successful crossover stars between MMA and sports entertainment, and we think you could be bigger than all of them.
Thanks. I think so, too. So, what's the plan?
We want to get you acclimated to a WWE ring before the draft. So you're gonna head down to the Performance Center. We've even lined up some training partners with MMA experience to make you feel comfortable. Who do you prefer?
How about the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler?
Excellent. Just be sure to lay low down there. We want your debut at the draft to be a huge surprise.
I'll do my best.
Oh, one more thing. Make sure you look good on draft night.
What are you getting at?
It's just that in the past, WWE superstars had to wear whatever we told them to for their non-ring attire. And as much as I miss those days, that's no longer how it works around here. It's a new era with fewer restrictions. So you can wear whatever you want.
So I can dress how I want to dress? I assumed that was the case, but thanks for confirming.
All right, we better wrap this up before any looky-loos start pulling out their phones. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon.
Hey, I gotta ask, are the rumors true?
Becky, we've met backstage at one of my fights, right?
We did, and it's good to see you again, but I feel like you're dodging my question.
Well, what would be the fun if I answered it?
Even though it'd be a spoiler, I might be able to at least give you a few pointers about WWE.
I'll take them either way. Could apply to MMA, too.
Alright, I don't want to tell you too much in case we cross paths in the ring someday, but I will give you one piece of advice. In WWE, You can't trust anyone. I once had someone steal my oatmeal and still haven't found the rotten culprit 3 years later.
Interesting. But what about your husband? You can't even trust him?
There are exceptions. Anyway, it was good catching up. Maybe I'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah, maybe.
What a huge night we have on Raw with the start of the WWE Draft.
And it just got even bigger. It's one of the hottest stars from MMA.
Are the rumors true? Will they be the #1 pick? We'll find out soon enough.
Thanks for taking the time to answer a couple questions before the draft. I know you just got here and must be getting pulled in 100 different directions, so I'll try to make this quick.
No problem. And it's Kathy, right? Good to meet you.
You too. You've been on top of the fight game for years in MMA. What personality traits led to your success?
Simple. I'm not afraid of a fight. I pull no punches, and I won't back down. I guess you could say I'm the bold and brash type.
I think you'll fit in well around here. What can you say about the rumors that you'll be selected #1 overall tonight?
I don't have time for internet gossip. All that matters to me is what happens when the bell rings. But if I go #1, that just means there's a bigger target on my back. But I live for that sort of thing. So just bring it.
Well, I know you're busy, so I'll let you go for now. Thanks again, and good luck with the draft.
Good to see you.
Hey, boss.
You feeling okay? I know it's tough. New surroundings, big expectations coming from a different sport. A lot of eyeballs on you tonight.
I'm ready, but I'm actually a little disappointed it's just a draft and I don't get to punch someone in the face.
Hey, it's WWE. You never know. I've got to get going, but you should be proud of everything you've accomplished to get here. You've earned it. See you out there in a bit.
It's time to kick off the WWE Draft.
Thank you. But tonight is not about me. It's about launching this company in a new and exciting direction. And that all starts with the announcement of the top overall pick. So let's not wait any longer. With the first pick in the WWE Draft, SmackDown is honored to select the future of WWE.
There they are, the #1 pick in the WWE Draft, and wow, it's a good one.
Talk about making a splash. Nick Aldis got himself a generational talent.
We heard all the rumors, but seeing this play out now really lives up to the hype.
Good luck topping this, Raw.
Stand by, there's some kind of technical issue here.
Talk about ruining a moment.
What the heck?
Who was that?
Oh, where's security?
Can someone explain what just happened?
Okay, got it. The draft will continue after this break.
First of all, I'm sorry about what happened out there. We're working with authorities to get to the bottom of it. But Hunter says it seems like it was just a random, unstable individual.
Is this how things are handled over here in WWE? At least in MMA, I knew when I was going to get hit. Maybe I would have been better off staying where I was.
I assure you that's not the case. You're in good hands with us.
So if it was a random person, what was with that stuff on the Tron?
I wouldn't assume the two things were connected. Could have just been unrelated technical difficulties. Either way, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Better to focus on the positive and move on.
Well, I'm focused on kicking someone's ass. Don't care who it is.
Perfect. I'll set up a match for you next week on SmackDown, and I'll make sure it's against a local competitor that you'll be sure to dominate. After that, no one will be talking about what happened tonight.
Hey, you all right?
I'm fine. I know we didn't cross paths too much when you were in MMA, but it's good to see a friendly face here. Anyway, it's wrestling. On to the next thing, right?
Listen, I know management wants us to brush things like this under the rug, but I'm not sure it was a one-time event. Besides, how does some random person get access to the Tron?
That's what I said.
Look, if I were you, I'd keep your head on a swivel. I'm just speculating, but this could be the start of something bigger.
I agree. I'll be ready if and when something happens again.
On the second rope.
Enziguri out of the corner. Shoulders are down.
Is this the end? What a resounding victory here tonight for the #1 pick.
I agree, Byron. That was pure domination.
The hell? Not this again.
It's the same attacker from the draft.
Where's security? Come on.
I guess she's taking matters into her own hands.
Good, I'm sick of this.
And this time, they're not getting away.
The masked assailant is regretting this now.
They might not be masked for much longer.
Is that Roxanne Perez from NXT?
Why was she doing this?
We're going to go to commercial while we sort this out.
That's enough. Sit down and stay there. What are we going to do with her?
We're gonna get some answers, and we're gonna get them right now.
You have no idea.
You better start explaining real fast before I beat the truth out of you.
The new era has arrived.
I know you like attention, but why did you target me? Jealous that I was the #1 pick and you weren't even drafted?
It's not always about you. It's about us, them, all of them.
Who is them? Did you convince some desperate lackey to be your sidekick?
Lardon.
I think I've had about enough. We'll settle this when you face me in a match next week. Now get this attention-seeking nobody out of here!
So you got the bad guy, huh?
Looks like it.
I know Triple H and everyone is telling you this is over now, but I still think there's more to come.
I think so too. Roxanne is a little out there, but I don't think she'd do this on her own. There's gotta be other people involved.
Exactly. And the entire roster should be on the lookout. I know I will be.
Absolutely planted.
2 count. This is more than a win. The #1 draft pick can now move on and focus on bigger goals.
Good riddance to Roxanne Perez and whatever this was all about.
Now what?
Is that Charlie Dempsey?
What the hell is going on?
That's certainly Gigi Dolan.
Nikita Lyons from behind. What is happening?
And now Roxanne Perez is recovered and is joining NXT's Nikita Lyons. Clearly Perez wasn't acting alone in all this.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a common theme here, guys. We got to get some help out here.
This is a full-on invasion.
And the invaders are all from NXT.
We need help back there, right now.
Nick Aldis is trying to intervene.
Trick Williams with a chair.
And Aldis goes down too.
The NXT Unity Tag Champions have taken out CM Punk.
And Charlotte gets nailed too.
This is insane.
Please, somebody, anybody, do something.
We are under siege.
It's Bayley and Kevin Owens.
Finally.
You can't just come in here and do this without repercussions.
What the?
Bayley and KO part of this? Are you serious?
What are we witnessing?
If you couldn't tell, this is a mutiny. Current and former members of NXT have united under one cause. We will no longer stand by and be treated like third-class citizens.
Members of the board, do we have your attention?
We will not stop until NXT is the one and only brand left standing in WWE.
I'm just about speechless.
We've just witnessed pure anarchy.
It was a mutiny, Saxton. Bayley said it herself. Unbelievable.
Well, it's over for tonight at least.
Who really knows at this point?
I might be out for a bit after what they did to me. But the second I'm back, I need revenge on the NXT Unity Champions and every single person involved.
I'm with you.
Good. But don't forget I warned both of you that this would happen, and no one listened.
I was wrong. I know. But this isn't the time to point fingers.
Yeah, it's the time to start listening to me. No one around here can be trusted. No one. This could go all the way to the top. Who created NXT and would stand to benefit from all this? Yeah. Chew on that for a minute.
Look, I've already spoken to Adam Pearce, and we're going to work together to fight back against this NXT mutiny. Raw and SmackDown are a united front. But we need a leader. I drafted you #1 for a reason. I know you can step up to lead the charge.
After what they did to me, I don't need convincing. But what are we getting ourselves into? You heard what Punk just said. About Triple H?
As usual, Punk's way out of line with that comment. I've been working side by side with Triple H the past few weeks to figure out what's been going on. There's no way he has anything to do with this.
I don't know what to believe at this point. I do know Punk was right about being careful who we trust, though.
I know. It seems like Bayley and KO have convinced most of NXT to join them along with some other big names from our side. And we have to assume that any other NXT alumni from Raw and SmackDown might be one of them.
And it sounds like we need to find someone from outside of WWE who can step in and join the fight against NXT.
You got someone in mind?
I do. I know just the person to turn the tide. They're from a rival promotion.
Okay. But how does that prove they're not secretly working with NXT? How do you know we can trust them?
We used to train together for years. You spend that much time with someone, putting your health and safety in their hands, you know you can trust them.
All right, sold. After you get them on board, let's talk next steps. And don't wait too long. We need to move fast before this NXT mutiny strikes again.
Wow, you came all the way to Japan to see me. Must really be desperate for help against NXT.
Who else could I trust more than my old training partner?
We were always trying to outdo each other back in the day. Might be nice to team up together for once.
Not to mention the fact Mutiny keeps adding top names, so I can't really trust many people in WWE right now.
So you're saying I was your only option? I see how it is.
Best and only option. So what do you think? Will you do it?
I've been ready for a change, and WWE could be the breath of fresh air I need. I'm in.
Great. We need to get started right away.
Okay, just hang on a minute. I do have one more match obligation to fulfill here tonight. Then we'll get started.
We are gonna kick some mutiny ass!
Haven't changed a bit. So this is how #1 draft picks live, huh? Nice.
The tour bus is nice, but more importantly, it's private. We need the space to talk strategy, since who knows who might be listening backstage and feeding information to NXT.
Good point. What about the GMs, though? Can we at least trust them? Adam Pearce was messaging me the other day.
Yeah, Pierce and Aldis are vetted, and they've given us full authority to counter the NXT mutiny movement. CM Punk will be helping us too once he's healthy. But for now, it's just us, so we need to figure out our first move.
Whenever I was in a tough situation like this wrestling for the competition, I learned the best path forward is to focus on doing what I do best. Which, in my case, is being... scheming and calculated.
Well, since you just basically dropped everything to come in here and help me, it's only fair you take the lead on this. What do you think we should do?
NXT is going to be ready for you to strike back, but they don't know I'm on board yet. We could use that as a tactical advantage.
How so?
We're going to hustle them, embarrass them, and when it's all over, walk out with their precious intergender NXT Unity tag titles.
I would have just wanted to go invade them right back, but I'm intrigued. How are we gonna pull this off?
I know a guy who can get me into the Performance Center.
First things first, you're going to explain just how the hell you got in here. The Performance Center is official NXT Mutiny territory now.
Chase got us in, right?
That's right. I'm Chase. Used to train here a few years back. Still think I got a raw deal. Before that, I was a popular minor league mascot named Ribby. Ring a bell?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So you just walked right in? I don't get it.
Well, I still had my old badge. Plus, it helped that I kept in touch with Todd, the security guard. Good guy.
Freaking Todd! This really is his last strike. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. Why exactly are you here?
We're here to show Mutiny just how great me and Chase are. If you want to take down Raw and SmackDown, you need to sign us.
Is Shawn Michaels still here? What about Corey Klein? I'd like to give them a piece of my mind. They really missed the boat on old Chase.
None of them are here. You're dealing with me, okay? NXT Mutiny signed me to be their top producer, and I can't have outsiders showing up unannounced on my watch. My bosses would not approve.
I told you this was a bad idea, Chase. Let's just go to SmackDown or Raw, where they recognize real talent. Their GMs have been blowing up my phone non-stop.
Wait, they have? You know, it just so happens that the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions are training here today and need some opponents. So if you two think you're Mutiny material, go prove it.
You won't regret this.
Just remember, if this works out, who gave you the big break. Now excuse me. I need to go fire Todd.
We weren't ready for that match, Troy, but I promised the outcome would be different with more time to prepare.
Speak for yourself. I was fully prepared.
I'll handle this, Chase. So, what do you think about a rematch, Troy?
I think it's cute you think another match would turn out any differently. But you've given me a great idea. If you want a rematch so bad, why not do it on NXT? So the entire world can see your big debut and how talented you are. Typically, Unity title matches are intergender, but we're progressive here at NXT, so I'll allow it.
Thank you. I accept your offer of a rematch on NXT.
Perfect. The Unity champions are gonna look great. And Bailey, KO, and all my new bosses here at Mutiny are gonna love it. Thanks for doing me this huge favor.
Anytime.
And this is definitely not the pairing we were expecting.
I had heard that the #1 draft pick and their partner here tonight were tight, but I didn't expect indie wrestler Chase to be pushed aside.
I don't know who's more surprised, us or Lexis King and JC Jane. They planned for a cakewalk and instead got a match against one of the best WWE has to offer and their debuting partner.
Let's see what else the challengers have up their sleeves as they battle for the Unity Tag titles.
Walking up here. Oh, poke to the eyes.
That seems to have really gotten him. He could have an eye injury.
Nonetheless, the match continues.
JC eats a clothesline.
But Lexis King with the belt shot.
And the referee never saw it.
The champions are going to retain.
Wait, foot on the ropes.
Is that the wrestler Chase who is supposed to compete tonight?
Credit to the challengers for throwing NXT off their game.
Hold on, spear on JC Jane.
Looks like his eye's okay.
Or at least okay enough.
Setting up for some kind of double team move.
And down onto JC Jane with the cover.
That'll do it. We officially have new Unity Tag Team Champions.
We just witnessed amazing teamwork from these two, and it paid off with not only a title win, but a major victory in the war against Mutiny.
And don't forget the assist from Chase.
Mutiny shocked the world with their invasion a couple weeks ago, but now, taking their Unity tag titles that they held in such high regard is a shot across NXT's bow.
I have a feeling this is only the beginning between these two sides.
I saw what you did by pulling a fast one on NXT and winning their Unity championships. Clever.
Thanks. I don't think you've been introduced to the newest team member in our fight against Mutiny. We came up training together.
I know all about you. Welcome to WWE. But I do have to remind both of you, I've decided to remain neutral in this whole issue with NXT. I'm too close to it. So this isn't our fight. And besides, when it comes to competition, it's not just a catchphrase. It really is what's best for business.
Is it though? Like you said, you're too close to this. It might be clouding your judgment.
I know you're new here, so I'll let that slide.
Bottom line, we're going to do everything we can to stop Mutiny.
And if that happens, great. But if Mutiny comes out on top, then we'll pivot in that direction. It's what we do in WWE. We're constantly reacting and evolving. It's how we succeed. So like I said, good luck. But I can't support one side or the other until this is all over.
Welcome back, Punk.
Looks like I missed out on all the fun. That was impressive how you tricked them into defending their Unity titles. And then walked away with them, too. Well done.
Thanks. I guess that producer Troy was fired by Mutiny for his screw-up and is now groveling to get his job back with us. Good luck with that.
I have to admit, I'm a little jealous. You got your hands on the Unity champions after what they did to me. But I'll get my shot sooner than later.
I know you will. Which leads us to our next move. We've spoken to the GMs, and we think the best strategy is to divide and conquer between Raw and SmackDown.
At least Aldous and Pierce have our backs, unlike old Triple H. Convenient how he continues to sit on the sidelines, isn't it?
Yeah, it is convenient. I can't believe he's still staying neutral. Makes you wonder if there's something else going on there.
In any event, if we split up, we'll have coverage on both brands to fight off any mutiny attacks. I'll be headed to SmackDown.
And I'll be focusing on Raw. What about you, Punk?
I think it makes sense for me to float between both brands to help keep an eye on things. There's a lot of top names jumping ship, and I'd like to use my influence to put an end to that.
Sounds like a solid plan. Which brand should we focus on first?
Am I the only one seeing this, Oos? NXT's Mutiny out here making moves, pulling everyone to their side while people watch the uprising from the sidelines. Even Triple H and the board are low-key cheering for them.
Why do you think I'm here? Word on the street is Raw and SmackDown need all the help they can get.
Yeet. We need more people doing stuff like taking those Unity titles off them.
Thanks. It might have been a small victory, but every little bit helps. If we can keep chipping away, eventually they'll topple.
For real. Anything to slow their momentum down. It was starting to feel like they could do whatever they wanted. Reminds me of when the Bloodline first started. We had that edge. And nobody was cool like us.
But we've seen that all play out before, right? Starts out hot, but a lot of folks are gonna get left out once they get what they want, you know?
Seen it, felt it. When you're useful, you get used. When you're not, well, like you said, we've seen how that plays out.
It's impressive the way Mutiny's able to manipulate people. They've got a knack for pulling strings and making the bad guy look cool. But that's something we could work with. Use their own game to play them.
You got something cooking.
You said it yourself. People are joining up because Mutiny is cool. It's got an edge that makes standard corporate WWE look basic.
We can't compete with that smoke.
Not unless I show them some fire, Oos.
So you do have a plan. Yeet.
Yep. And I'm kicking it off later tonight. You're gonna love this one, Jay.
Can't wait, Oos.
It's the superstar who is destined for WWE greatness.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Germany, weighing in at 254 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Marco Cobb.
Guys, what's up with the NWO shirt?
I love the nod to the past. Is this maybe an embrace of those notorious NWO devious and disruptive tactics?
Color me concerned, Corey. He could be hinting at an alliance with Mutiny. That would be a major shift in the power balance.
Hop kick.
Terrible position for Gable.
And a cover. That'll do it. The victory tonight.
Here is your winner, Marco Cobb.
An impressive victory, and maybe with the win under his belt, we can get some clarity about his attire.
I hope so, Corey. With all the chaos Mutiny is causing these days, the last thing we need is ambiguity. I have a feeling this is more than just a random shirt.
Incredible performance out there tonight, but I think there's one question on everyone's mind. Why the NWO shirt?
Look, we all know that WWE is at a turning point. There's a civil war brewing, and it's largely because WWE has become stale, predictable, formulaic. We need to evolve.
So you're saying that you're joining Mutiny?
No. Mutiny is chaos for the sake of chaos. And just like so many times in history, the real fighters are going to get pushed aside once the leaders get what they want. Anyone who thinks they could trust Bailey and KO to protect their best interests is an idiot. So here's my message to all the superstars on both sides and everywhere in between. It's time for a new direction. We need to embrace our past to forge our future. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. The NWO wasn't about politics. It was about power and domination. So anyone who wants to stop playing the game and wants to run it, join me in my NWO movement.
That's a powerful call to arms, but is it appropriate for a relative newcomer to already be asking for a major shift? Doesn't this put you at odds with the very organization that just brought you in?
Kathy, because I have fresh eyes, I could see what's broken around here. Yes, I'm challenging the norms, but that's because I believe in the potential of this organization to evolve. So stand with me and take the third path. Not mutiny, not the WWE establishment, but a movement built on real power. I'm calling for a new era. Not just to challenge mutiny, but to redefine this business as it should be through dominance and brute force. Welcome to the New World Order.
So, do you want to tell me what the hell you're thinking? Bringing back the NWO?
Relax. Let me explain.
You'd better. I know you haven't been here that long, but in general, I prefer to only have one rebellion to deal with at a time.
It's not another rebellion. This NWO stuff is just a way to stir up some trouble within Mutiny. It's a play. I just need people to believe it's real. And that's obviously working.
That is a pretty good idea, actually. But I really wish you'd run the stuff past me first.
And spoil the surprise? Come on. I've got this under control. Just sit back and enjoy my brilliant manipulations. You just might learn something.
Okay, I'll give you some rope. Just be smart.
I always am. That's why it's working.
The man reviving the NWO in more ways than one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Germany, weighing in at 254 pounds, one half of the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Marco Kong.
He's not just emulating the New World Order, he's declaring war on Mutiny with Joe Coffey and Shotzi by his side. All proudly NWO.
Any enemy of Mutiny is a friend of mine, Corey, and he is clearly rallying powerful allies.
Point. Pump kick on target. Breaker doesn't know where he is.
Makes the cover.
Here is your winner, Marco Kong.
After that victory, it seems clear this new NWO is poised to be a major player in the fight against Mutiny.
Absolutely, Cole, they're taking over. The New World Order is here, and they're not just here to participate, they're here to dominate.
NWO for life, baby. And boss, before you say anything, you should know I'm already putting together a crew to help the Black and White take out Mutiny and the rest of the WWE. So far, it's me, and that's it. But you gotta start somewhere.
Right. Look, Just slow down.
I can't slow down. I'm all in. SmackDown is gonna get smacked. Raw is gonna get cooked. They won't even be able to call it Raw anymore. They'll have to call it extra well done, even though it won't be well done at all when we're through with them. NWO!
Quiet, Truth. Listen, this whole NWO thing, it's complicated.
No, it's not. That's the beauty of it. I don't know if you've noticed, but there are a lot of superstars here who are 3 corners short of a squared circle. If you get my drift, they're very easily fooled. That's why we need this. It's totally real, and it's awesome. Watch. NWO Sneak Attack! That felt amazing. Now everyone knows the NWO is back.
It's not. Truth, you need to listen to me.
Good idea. You be the boss, and I'll be the enforcer, and go find some more WWE superstars to beat up under the banner of the NWO.
No, don't do that.
Okay. Then you be the boss, and I'll be the idea man. Here's my first one. NWO pay-per-view. Location? The moon. All we need is a rocket. How hard do you think it'll be to take over NASA?
Listen to the words I am saying. This whole NWO thing is fake. I made it up. I'm just trying to destabilize Mutiny, that's all. None of this is real.
It's not real? It feels real to me.
It's not, though.
Okay, I understand. It's not real, because we still need to dream it into reality. And we will. Because it's out with the old and in with the new world order. You are inspiring.
And you are exhausting.
I thought you said you had this under control.
I do. It's just our Truth that's the problem. And then I had to back him up or it would have blown my cover.
Well, we wouldn't want that. It'd be a real shame if I only had one massive insurrection to deal with. Now I'm losing superstars to 2 factions.
I can't help it if I'm so convincing people from both sides are jumping. There's always collateral damage, but at the end of the day, it's working. That's what's important.
You need to end it. Now.
How about I end it next week? We've got some momentum, and I might have already paid for some things to make this NWO movement seem legit, including a non-refundable deposit on an arena, throwback set and all.
Fine, but only because Orton and Gunther are looking for payback. And Mutiny too. So at whatever NWO show you're apparently putting on, you're gonna host an inter-brand fatal 4-way. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and your fake New World Order.
It'll be a night to remember.
Just make sure when it's over, your NWO is forgotten.
Absolutely, Cole. This victory isn't just significant, it's too sweet.
Tonight was a revelation, but let me be clear, it was not a revolution. The so-called NWO revival? Well, the truth is that it was nothing more than a hoax. I stand with Team Raw and SmackDown. Always have, always will. I never meant to target our own Raw and SmackDown talent. But it seems I underestimated just how easily swayed you all were. It's no wonder why Mutiny has been so successful. You need to be smarter. To everyone who thought they were part of something new, understand this. It was all a strategic ploy. The point? To reveal the weak spots in Mutiny's armor, to sort out the tough from the talkers. And guess what? It worked. They broke ranks as soon as they saw a shiny new toy. But now, my WWE friends, it's time to band together. Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever's left of it. We all stand against Mutiny. We're not just prepared, we are united, and together we're unstoppable. Mutiny, you're in our sights, and we're coming for you. And R-Truth, my loyal soldier, listen up. The NWO adventure, it was a blast, but that chapter's over. We need to lace up for the real fight, the one right ahead of us.
I have to hand it to you. Reviving the NWO to draw out the weak links from Mutiny was genius. You really turned the tables on them.
And maybe found myself a disciple in R-Truth.
He was a wild card, but he helped make it believable. I don't think he would have managed to pry so many members of Mutiny loose otherwise. Their ranks are pretty solid.
Not as solid as they thought. We exposed some serious cracks.
That's true. And I gotta say, the way you played both sides was impressive. Could be a trick we keep up our sleeves.
Absolutely. With the chaos we've created, they won't know who to trust.
We should talk about what's next. I spoke to the GMs, and you're going to defend your Unity titles at WWE Payback.
Mutiny maneuvered their way into a title match?
No, you'll actually be facing Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins.
Might be nice to take a break from battling Mutiny.
Exactly. And since you're facing a team from our side, there's no chance of the titles going back to NXT.
We don't plan on losing either way.
Even though they're not directly involved in the match, I still think Mutiny might try to interfere. And since we all know that Hunter and the board won't do anything about it, I'll be in your corner to watch your backs. Deal?
Sounds good to me.
Amidst all this NXT Mutiny chaos, there's one thing that's been catching our eye. Piquing our interest, if you will.
Don't get us wrong. We are Team WWE all the way. We support anyone who's fighting the good fight. But two of our teammates have something we want. The Unity Tag Team Championships. And now, we've been given the opportunity.
And who better to hold the Unity titles than an actual wedded couple? That's real unity. Unlike the current champions whose bond is that they used to train together. Wow, that's deep.
But don't worry, after we relieve you of your titles, all will be well in the world. You can get back to focusing on Mutiny, and everyone can rest easy that the Unity titles are still safe and sound with Team WWE.
One last thing. CM Punk, we hear you're gonna be in the champ's corner. We don't need anyone in ours, since we have each other.
But don't try any funny business out there, okay? Or we'll send you right back to the hospital.
Keep those belts nice and warm, champs. We're coming for you.
Oh, it's coming! Boom! Knee right to the face!
The champ delivering when it counts. The tag team champions retain.
Here are your winners, and still the NXT Unity Tag Team Champions, Marco Kong Scoot and Romy J. Norton.
They've done it. A well-deserved victory against tough competition.
And it's more than a win. This match is a reminder of what everyone is fighting for. Not just championships, but a break from the Mutiny chaos and a glimpse of what WWE was, and hopefully will be again soon.
That was a big win. And having you out there must have scared Mutiny off, punk.
Yeah, thanks for the backup.
No problem, but I do have some bad news. Mutiny didn't hit us in the ring because they were busy poaching our roster. I just found out that Shinsuke Nakamura, Shayna Baszler, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa all jumped ship.
Damn.
It's definitely a blow, especially since we don't seem to be getting anyone from their side to join us. Just when we thought things were going well, right?
We've been here before.
We have?
Yeah, this reminds me of when we first started training together. For every stride we made, it seemed like there was a setback. But no matter what happened, you never gave up. It's the reason I knew you were the right person to come in to help us take down Mutiny.
Thanks. That means a lot.
I hate to interrupt here, but we need to figure out what's next. How are we going to counter Mutiny getting stronger?
Sorry, we got a bit off track. Which brand should we focus on? Keep in mind, if I go to Raw, I only have live event matches lined up.
Ah, the hero of the moment. It's about damn time.
Not quite the warm and fuzzy greeting I was expecting as your #1 draft pick. What's going on?
After you and your partner struck the first blow against Mutiny by taking the Unity titles from them, I was hoping for more of the same here on SmackDown.
And that's what you're gonna get. We were all on the same page. What's with the attitude?
You haven't heard? We've lost the WWE Championship.
Somebody beat Cody? Oh, we must have been so focused on Becky and Seth that I missed that.
He didn't lose the title in a match. Mutiny stole it. Io Sky made off with one of our most prestigious championships in the midst of their most vicious attack yet.
If I'd have been there, I'd have stopped them.
Well, you weren't. And to make matters worse, Triple H is saying his hands are tied. So I've got a board who won't act, Cody in the hospital, a locker room in disarray, and no idea how we're gonna get the undisputed WWE title back.
I'll go take it from them. Mutiny is trying to wreck WWE's legacy one piece at a time. I'm not gonna let them get away with that.
You can't just waltz into the Performance Center and look for it. I have it on good authority that Io has taken the championship to Japan. So are you ready to fly halfway around the world on what could be a wild goose chase?
Hell yeah. Nothing like a 16-hour flight to enjoy some quiet time before I bring the chaos and take down Mutiny.
Okay, good luck. We'll be counting on you.
Weren't you on SmackDown, like, last night?
Glad you're a fan, Paragon.
Well, I was mostly watching to see my favorite superstar, LA Knight. I love that guy. Just something about him reminds me of myself. But anyway, I'm guessing you're here in hot pursuit of a missing championship?
Could be. You have some intel?
Maybe. Can you get me LA Knight's autograph?
Sure.
Okay, great. Well, Io Sky showed up here last night with that title, and she wiped me out.
She beat you?
Like a drum. But then that wrestler Chosen from PWJ rolled up and put a whooping on the both of us.
Wait, Chosen beat up you and Io Sky?
What, beat us up? Hell no. He cleaned us out in a card game. Dude even took the WWE belt off of Io on the river.
Wait, now you were on a river?
It's a poker term. That's not important. Chosen won the belt, and then he and La Congrejita Loca went off to celebrate.
La Congrejita Loca from Lucha Magica? How did she get involved in this?
Locker room romances are a weird thing. If you want to get the story from the horse's mouth, Chosen was out in the arena parading around with the belt like he beat LA Knight for it. That would never happen. Guy is unstoppable.
I'm going to go have a talk with Chosen.
I think that means you're gonna jump him. You know, I'm supposed to team with him tonight.
Find yourself another partner.
You got LA Knight's number?
Chosen, I kicked your ass once, and unless you give me that stolen belt, I'll do it again.
I don't have your belt.
Paragon said you won it off Io in a card game.
I did. But then...
But then... what?
Then... the fire of my heart. The sun I orbit around. The one true love of my life. La Congrijita Loca. She took it with her to Mexico to remember me by.
You gave her the undisputed WWE Championship as a memento?
Yes. Now I have neither my title or my love.
You are ridiculous. It's obvious she didn't take the title to Mexico to remember you. She took it to defend it in a match.
It was... all a lie? No!
I guess I'm headed to Mexico. I really hope Aldis reimburses me for these flights.
Please tell her. Chosen still loves her.
No. You can keep your so-called undisputed title. I knew it the second I held it. That is a bootleg replica belt.
Of course it is. Io didn't tell you. She took the real belt with her. I didn't see any harm in using the fake one I took from that egomaniac Chosen to sell at Arena Estatal. He is cute, though. And obsessed with me. Maybe Chosen's not so bad. What do you think?
I don't give a damn. Look, where did Io take the real WWE Championship?
The WWE Archives.
The WWE Archives?
You are Mutiny, see?
See, I'm Mutiny through and through. Just trying to keep it on the down low so I can really stick it to WWE when they least expect it.
Then you know Mutiny's taking the belt there to destroy it with everything else at the Archives.
Everything?
When your friends erase the history of WWE forever, it will be a blow they will never recover from. You must be so disappointed to be missing the fun tonight.
I think I'll be there right on time.
Could that be enough to gain the title?
It's over. The reign is over. And with that victory, the undisputed WWE Championship belt is coming back to Raw and SmackDown, right where it belongs.
I don't know, Saxton. Right now, it looks like it might belong around that superstar's waist.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you. You told me so. Any doubts I harbored about you and your partner have been assuaged and eliminated. Any other crow I should eat?
I feel like that was 2 buffet helpings at least. It did turn out to be a wild goose chase after all.
But you caught the goose and saved the legacy of this championship. Not to speak of the entire WWE Archives collection.
It's about time Mutiny got a taste of their own medicine.
I suppose my only small bone to pick is your theft of Stone Cold Steve Austin's truck for your entrance tonight.
I didn't steal it. I borrowed it. And I don't regret it either, because that entrance, that was badass.
I suppose the only thing I can say is... oh, hell yeah!
I am pretty sure this is the worst jet lag I've ever had.
That's because you've been around the world in 80 hours.
Seriously, that was a globe-trotting adventure. It's wild that after all that, you won the title back on SmackDown.
I like hearing that. You won the title. I should definitely be listed in the undisputed WWE Championship lineage.
You're every bit as legitimate as Cody.
Hey, we're all on the same team now.
I know. Old rivalries are set aside while we all stand together against our common enemy.
So inspiring. We should hum a patriotic song while you talk.
We're not close enough for you to give me crap, kiddo. Besides, I am pretty damn inspirational.
The voice of the...
That is my line, and you cannot afford the royalties.
You'd be surprised.
Hold that thought. My phone's blowing up with some big announcement that Triple H just posted on social media. Let's watch it.
For the past 2 months, the WWE board has kept a close eye on the movement known as NXT Mutiny. As previously stated, we've taken a stance of neutrality. Our position has not changed, but I'm here to announce there will be a clear and definitive end to this conflict at Survivor Series. It will be Raw and SmackDown on one side, NXT Mutiny on the other, squaring off in a best-of-3 series of matches to determine the fate of WWE. If Raw and SmackDown win, they can return things to normal and decide to punish NXT Mutiny for their uprising. If NXT Mutiny wins, WWE might look a whole lot different. There may not even be a Raw or SmackDown anymore. We are prepared for any outcome because this truly is a new era of equal opportunity. I have one more announcement. Before Survivor Series at NXT No Mercy, there will be a special preview match for the Unity Tag Team Championships. On one side, it will be the current champs, and on the other, the former champions from NXT, Jacy Jayne and Lexis King. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT Mutiny, when it comes to Survivor Series with the future of WWE at stake, are you ready? I said, are you?
I'm so sorry for interrupting Triple H's big announcement, but I have my own to make. It's not going to be Jacy Jayne competing in the Unity title match, because we're initiating Freebird rules, and I'll be stepping in to make sure we take back what's ours. In fact, taking back the Unity titles is just the first step in taking back all of WWE and getting rid of the dead weight known as SmackDown and Raw. See you soon, dummies.
Are you serious? You know, it's one thing for Hunter to stay neutral, but now he's giving Mutiny a legit opportunity to take control of WWE? This guy's playing favorites. Hell, he might even be one of them.
Who knows at this point?
Fine. If Mutiny is doing Freebird rules for the preview tag match, then so can we. I want in.
You sure that's the right move?
I never got revenge for getting put on the shelf by the Unity champs. This way, I'll get my hands on Lexis King and the traitor who sent them after me.
Okay, you can take my place in the match, but I'll be out there in your corner to watch your backs.
Deal.
All that matters is we defend the titles. We're gonna need all the momentum we can get as we head towards Survivor Series.
Agreed. So let's not lose.
You ready for this, Punk?
I've been waiting for this since the moment all this mutiny stuff started. So yeah, I'm more than ready.
Not gonna lie, I'm jealous you two are going to get your hands on Bailey. Oh, I was looking forward to hitting her with our whirlwind splash.
At least you'll get to see Punk and I nail her with it from ringside.
I guess that'll do.
Let's stay alert out there. We're heading into enemy territory. Knowing Mutiny, anything can and probably will happen.
Got it.
All right, let's go put some idiots in their places.
Irish whip from Punk on Bailey.
And Punk follows it up with the knee. And he nails the Bulldog.
Vintage CM Punk.
This looks like it could be all over.
And there's the tag. We've seen the defending champs win matches with the whirlwind splash, and now it's CM Punk's turn.
Wait, what?
Did that just happen?
I can't believe this. CM Punk has sided with Mutiny?
This can't be happening right now.
It's over. We have new Unity Tag Team Champions, all thanks to the shocking turn of one CM Punk.
And now CM Punk is directing Mutiny to attack the former champions. Punk was friends with these two. They trusted him. This is sick.
Honestly, with Punk's track record, we should have seen this coming.
We thought he was one of the leaders of WWE. I don't get it.
You're not the only one.
We could be witnessing the beginning of the end for WWE as we know it.
I hate to agree, Corey, but with CM Punk on their side, Mutiny now has all the momentum leading into the most important Survivor Series ever.
We are headed for dark times.
I've never been one to run from controversy. In fact, some people think wherever I go, I'm the source of it. So let's talk about why I'm here and how it happened. Buckle up. This story begins before I ever returned to WWE. Raw was in Chicago and my old friend Bailey invited me to stop by. Before I was asked to leave, Bailey and I reminisced about her time in NXT, which gave me an idea. If I was going to sign another WWE contract, sure, I wanted a main event WrestleMania. But that wasn't enough. I wanted to create real, permanent change. A legacy. After I signed, I went to the PC and met the men and women there. They had all the talent in the world, but once they left NXT, they were at the mercy of the corporate overlords who didn't give a damn about their stories, their abilities, or what they had done to get to that point. Year after year, NXT would build stars only to have them stolen by the so-called main roster and then tossed aside. If NXT management wasn't going to do anything about it, I was. NXT was the voiceless who needed my voice. With Bailey on board, we recruited Kevin Owens and the NXT roster and we started a movement. Powerful and permanent change. A legacy. And now with Triple H and the board's blessing, thanks, Paul! We not only have a seat at the table, but the chance to smash that table to pieces. It wasn't easy getting to this point. Friendships broken. Lies were told. Sacrifices had to be made. The night of the big invasion, I had to listen to the start of my own revolution as I lay on the concrete floor pretending to be a victim. All I could do was smile on the inside, knowing that my mutiny had begun. As that mutiny unfolded, I even had most of the locker room and the WWE Universe thinking Triple H was on our side. Crazy, right? Or is it? Unfortunately, for the plan to work, I couldn't be upfront with certain individuals. Namely, the now former Unity champions.
When you were busy trying to start a new world order, who do you think riled up R-Truth and got the Raw and SmackDown rosters fighting each other? That would be me. I had you chase Io Sky all over the world just to have you end up destroying the WWE archives worse than Mutiny would have. At least you got some frequent flyer miles. You two used to train together, right? Maybe just quit WWE now and go open up a gym. Early retirement. This is your chance to get out before someone gets hurt. Maybe someday you'll understand why I did what I did. But for now, just know that it was for the greater good. When Mutiny reaches its endgame, I will leave WWE not only better, but entirely different than it was when I arrived. And that's a change that was long overdue. So anyone else out there who's on the fence, I implore you to do what's right and get on board the NXT Mutiny Revolution now. Because after Survivor Series, you do not want to be on the wrong side of history.
I wanted to get the four of us together after everything that happened with Punk. How are you two holding up?
Not great. Definitely didn't see that one coming.
No one did. Punk had us all doubting Triple H. Turns out he was just trying to divert attention away from himself the entire time.
This feels like that winter when we both got hurt doing that insane drill.
Oh yeah. You messed up your knee and I broke my arm. We were the walking wounded for a while there.
Yeah, at first we were helpless and ready to sit out until we healed up. But after a week or so, we started to figure out how to help each other compensate for what we were missing.
So you figured out how to get by?
You can use that experience. You don't need Punk. You never did. You have each other.
I guess you're right. But even though we have each other, we still need help if we're going to defeat Mutiny at Survivor Series.
I know you couldn't trust anyone in the locker room before, but now you don't really have a choice. And besides, in the time since Mutiny formed, certain individuals have proven their loyalty to our side. We should start there.
Keep in mind, these superstars will compete for us in the best-of-3 series. Everything is at stake, including our livelihoods and the future of WWE. So choose carefully.
Which brand do you want to go recruit first?
I'll start on SmackDown talking to superstars from the women's division.
Okay. You have our full support.
Hey, hope you're doing okay. That go to sleep from Punk must have been a real wake-up call. Although, if I'm being honest, it's hard to believe you didn't see it coming.
And you did?
Well, we all know of his reputation. I would have had my head on a swivel.
Oh, thanks for the heads up.
It was just a hunch. I wasn't close enough to have all the pieces.
Huh, must be nice to be able to watch everything from a safe distance.
No one's at a safe distance now. Punk and Mutiny are a threat to every single one of us. We need to work together. I want in on your plan for Survivor Series. Assuming you actually have a plan.
All I've got so far is punch him in the teeth, so obviously it's a work in progress. We need something solid, but that's where my head's at right now.
That's a start, I guess. But I was thinking maybe an actual plan to weaken Mutiny's grip. They've pulled too many of our people over. But I know somebody we should pull back. We could increase our numbers and destabilize theirs. It's a win-win.
Pulling someone back could send a strong message. And this time it's Mutiny and CM Punk who won't see it coming. So, who'd you have in mind?
Tiffany Stratton. She has the potential to be one of the best in the business. Luckily for us, Mutiny doesn't know what they've got. Even luckier, I might just be the person to get through to her. That is, if I'm a part of WWE's plans for Survivor Series.
Absolutely, Charlotte. You're in. If you can turn Tiff, that could be the game changer we need.
My thoughts exactly.
Charlotte, thanks for reaching out. I'm guessing this means Mutiny is gaining another top superstar?
Quite the opposite, actually.
What do you mean?
I'm not joining Mutiny. I'm here to pull you out of it. It's not too late to change course and be on the right side of things.
Pull me out? Why would I want out? Mutiny is shaking things up, Charlotte. I'm exactly where I should be.
At what cost, though? I've watched you rise. You've always had the potential to lead, not follow. Remember why you got into wrestling? Was it to follow someone else's orders?
It's not like that. Punk and Bailey, they're not just leading us. They're empowering us, inspiring us.
You once told me that I inspired you. Not only to get into wrestling, but to make a mark, not just to blend in. Don't lose that vision, Tiffany. Don't let Mutiny's clouded dreams overshadow your aspirations.
You did inspire me, but that was a long time ago. Maybe I'm not the same person I was then.
Or maybe you've just forgotten what you came here to do. Watch my match on SmackDown next week. It might just remind you.
We'll see.
Flair delivering the chop. Natural selection.
And that can vanquish Natalya.
Cover. And this one is over.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
History repeats itself as Charlotte Flair brought back the wardrobe, the finisher, and the victory.
There's more than just nostalgia here. Charlotte just reminded everyone not only of what she's done, but of why she is still one of the greatest of all time.
Tonight was a reminder of what passion and dedication look like. And that match wasn't just another random fight. Our throwback gear and my vintage moves were no accident. It was a message intended for an audience of one. Tiffany Stratton, I hope you were watching closely. That match, that fire you saw, that's why I'm at the top of this business. And it's why you got into the ring, inspired by people like me. But here's the real talk. You shouldn't be living in someone else's shadow, like CM Punk and Bailey want. You're not meant to be just a piece in their game. You belong somewhere you can truly be inspired, where you can unlock the potential you've always had, not with people who dictate your path, but someone who supports your journey. It's your time, Tiffany, and it's time to chart your own path. Remember why you started. Remember what drove you to step into the ring. It's not too late to make a choice that defines your legacy. Make it count.
So, do we need to talk about a plan B?
No. I'm making headway. Slowly. We'll get through to Tiffany eventually.
You sure? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're banging your head against a brick wall.
I'm aware of the risks. But I'm not backing down. This isn't just about rescuing Tiffany. It's about proving there's a different way to lead.
I get it, but I've also seen things not go according to plan. Like, you know, draft night. If this doesn't work, our options are limited with Survivor Series looming. We can't afford a setback now.
Then it's a good thing I'm not going to fail.
All right then. Make sure to bring that determination against Bailey. She won't know what hit her.
Yes, she will. Me.
She's down!
Man, that was a hard-fought win. She's got to be proud of herself
Here is your
tonight.
winner, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair overcame the odds, the mind games, and Shayna Baszler. While Charlotte is the winner, the biggest loser might just be Bailey.
That's right, Saxton, because for at least one night, the so-called heart of Mutiny beats no more.
Charlotte? Oh, so you can show up here, but not for your matches?
Never said I was the one who'd be facing you. Maybe you need to read your messages more carefully next time, Charlotte.
Whatever, Bailey. I thought you were coming alone, Tiffany.
Bailey wanted to come too.
And why wouldn't I? We're more than just a team. We're family. Tiffany knows she belongs by my side.
More like safely under your thumb. Remember, Tiffany, real growth happens when you step out on your own, not when you're overshadowed by someone else.
You mean step out and follow you? You're not looking for her independence, Charlotte. You just want her under your wing because you know her potential for Team WWE.
I'm just reminding Tiffany of who inspired her to be here in the first place. It's not about control. It's about rekindling that spark. Seems like you're scared she might remember her own strength or see how little you really have.
Charlotte, I'll face you any day, any place.
Then why did you send Shayna to face her last time?
I was delegating responsibility, but Shayna didn't get the job done. So now I'll step up and show you what true leadership is about. Let's do it on Mutiny turf this week.
Fine with me. It's about time Tiffany saw firsthand what real leadership is. Not just directives, but inspiring action. Maybe she'll see why she admired what I stand for.
What she'll see is me exposing you as a fraud. And she'll see it from the best seat in the house, as a special guest referee.
Okay.
Tiffany, when you're out there calling the shots, just give me a fair chance to show what I can do. I'll show you one wrestler to idolize and one to despise.
Charlotte setting her up for the figure eight. This could be it for Bailey, right here in the heart of Mutiny.
No.
Bailey's begging Tiffany to break the hold. Stratton's supposed to be impartial.
The deck does not look as stacked as Bailey had hoped. Charlotte's down.
So much for neutrality, Saxton.
Bailey's taking advantage.
A quick count, and this one's over.
And just when it seemed like Tiffany was going to uphold the integrity of this match.
That's the influence of Mutiny. They play by their own rules, and now Tiffy time means winning time for Bailey.
Look at Stratton's face. She knows she crossed the line.
And that's exactly what Bailey wanted her to do.
A pivotal and potentially regrettable moment for Tiffany Stratton.
Hey, how are you feeling after that?
I'll be all right. But yeah, you nailed me good there.
Thanks. I learned from the best.
Well, you made your point tonight loud and clear. So I'm backing off. You've shown you can stand your ground, even if I don't agree with where you're standing.
For what it's worth, I appreciated you trying.
Of course. Bailey was right. I was trying to get you on our side. You'd have been a great addition. You're what this sport needs, a strong, capable woman shaping our future. I'm proud I inspired you to get into wrestling.
You are still inspiring me. Watching you compete up close tonight, you made me feel like a kid again.
Was that why you hesitated before you knocked me into next week?
Yeah, maybe. I didn't like Bailey needing my help to win, and I don't like being pushed around by her either. But you've been trying to push me around too. You said it yourself. I need to blaze my own trail, not follow or recreate someone else's.
Maybe we've both been looking backward too much. Instead of revisiting old matches, we should be making new history.
I like the sound of that.
Then let's do it, but not here. This isn't the place for what comes next. At least not for you. Let you and me take this to SmackDown, a stage worthy of your talents and maybe a new beginning. I mean, if you want. It's your choice.
You and me? facing off, I'll be there.
The crown, it's over.
And into the cover. And that'll be it. Finally a victory. What a hard-fought win.
Here is your winner, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair showed why she's the queen of WWE, welcoming Tiffany back with a hard-fought victory.
This was a match of mutual respect, with Charlotte writing yet another chapter in her acclaimed career.
That match was a blast, Charlotte. It's been a while since I've had that much fun.
I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it, considering it didn't go your way this time.
Guess I can still learn a few things.
Don't sell yourself short. I bet if you didn't feel guilty about laying me out last week, you'd have definitely come out on top.
Maybe. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, that was the first real match I've had since joining Mutiny.
That doesn't surprise me. They've been stifling you, afraid you'd outgrow their control if you realized your full potential.
Because Mutiny time doesn't necessarily mean Tiffy time.
Exactly. And it is your time. Not just a step away, but to even fight back. If you want to.
Yeah, I do. It's time I stand up and show them they can't define my limits or my destiny. I'm rewriting my story starting today.
Now who's being inspiring?
Well, I had forgotten how amazing those outfits were, Charlotte. Do you keep a wardrobe person on retainer?
Actually, I'd love their number. I'm thinking of getting myself one of those purple ones for when I'm feeling a little extra.
I'm not sure you could pull it off, but I'd like to see that.
Me too. Seriously, though, convincing Tiffany to leave Mutiny and join us? That's huge.
They thought they had someone special in Tiff. But they're gonna find out that they just lost someone irreplaceable.
We're happy to have her on board. She's a game changer. Not to mention you too, of course.
It is great. But are we just gonna sit around and celebrate, or are we gonna talk about how we get ready for Survivor Series? What's the plan?
I'm heading over to Raw to get us one more ally.
Good idea. We can use all the help we can get. Just make sure whoever you find is worthy.
I'll do my best to get someone who makes us all look as good as you do.
Hey, Yus. How you holding up after Punk's backstab?
Just trying to stay under the radar, observe for a bit, and figure out my next move. It's chaos out there.
Chaos? Bro, it's a straight-up betrayal. And I'm not even talking about Punk. Everyone around here is just kicking back, watching Mutiny rip through this place. Like, where's the loyalty?
I hear that. The balance of power could definitely shift in our favor if we had a few more heavyweights on our side.
You talking about someone like Roman? He always thinks these squabbles are beneath him, but it's not as bad as Triple H and the higher-ups giving Mutiny a free pass. Now that's messed up.
Well, if anyone might have a certain high-ranking member of the board on speed dial, it'd be you.
Try. Man, Barack's caught up in that Hollywood glam. Can't see past the box office. He's been wearing a suit too long. We see Mutiny's tearing down WWE, and he sees ratings and dollar signs.
Then it's on us to figure out how to hit them where it hurts. Time to play the game smarter, not harder.
Yeet. Look, Goose, if you want me, I'm all in for being a part of Team WWE at Survivor Series. I'll do whatever it takes to stop Mutiny in their tracks.
We need all the help we can get. I'm thinking we can get you and Jimmy on board. Have you been in touch with him lately?
It's just, with Jimmy, man, it's complicated. We ain't been right for a minute. You sure you need me to do that?
Yeah, because in another minute, Mutiny might have taken over all of WWE. You said it yourself. This is no time to sit back. So I want you and your bro.
You're right. If me and Jimmy can get straight, we could help WWE take Mutiny down once and for all.
That's what I'm talking about.
What do you want, Oos? Because whatever it is, I don't have time for it.
Look, man. I just want to talk. That's all.
Talk? Bro, after everything that's gone down between us, you really think we still got things to hash out?
Listen. It's about Mutiny, man. They're tearing this place apart. We can't just sit back and watch.
Then why don't you go chat up the Rock? Final boss can be that final hero.
I tried, bro. Rock's too wrapped up in his own world to deal with this. But this ain't about him. It's us, Oos. I need you to help take down Mutiny.
You need me? Can't rebuild the bridge you already burned. This isn't like when we were kids fighting over the TV remote. It's real.
I know, but I wish it was that simple. Back then, we could throw down and be good after. All it took was a quick scrap and we're straight.
Yeah, I'd beat you up until Mom turned the hose on us.
Beat me up? Big bro, I remember laying you out until she cooled us off.
Is that right? Well, Mom ain't here now, and I got time before the show starts. How about we get in the ring and see who really needs saving?
Oh, it's on, Oos.
Yo, that felt right. Like old times. Clearing the air with the fight. Felt good putting all that stuff behind us.
For real, man. And hey, I'm sorry for not having your back with all that family stuff a few months ago.
Nah, I wasn't even upset about that. I was angry about, well, something. You know, I can't even remember what it was this time. Are you sure you weren't mad at me?
I don't think so. But maybe. Look, with our history, I'm sure one of us had heat with the other one for a legit reason.
Well, it's squashed now. And you know, if we can show up in the ring together, take on Mutiny side by side, maybe Rock will realize that it's time to put family first, not just the cash flow. That would really put the nail in Mutiny's coffin.
Yeet. But first things first, we gotta get our groove back. Let's line up a tag match. Knock off any rust.
I'm down, Oos. Let's remind everyone why we're the baddest tag team in the game.
Terrible position for Akam. Following it up with the cover.
There's two. It's over. It is over.
Here are your winners, the team of Jimmy Uso and Drew Uso.
Jimmy and Jay have put Akam and Razar into the newly reopened Uso Penitentiary.
The Usos are showing that their bond is as strong as ever. It's day one-ish all over again.
WWE Universe, you just saw the return of the Usos and we lit up that ring. Ain't nobody can throw down like we do. But tonight was about more than just a reunion. It's about sending a message.
You know it, Oos. we put our issues aside because there's a bigger battle to fight against Mutiny. But if we're gonna win the battle, we need the heaviest hitters. So I'm calling you out. Rock, where you at, man? You out there making movies, chasing that spotlight? While we're here fighting to save the company that made you. It's time to come back down to earth and pick a side, cuz.
But it's not just the final boss. We need every single superstar out there. Mutiny thinks they can break us down, turn us against each other. We're not having it. It's time for all of us in WWE to come together. Shut them down.
Survivor Series is coming, and it's our chance to show the world what we're really about. We're calling everyone to the front line. Let's make a stand together.
So let's lace up, step up, and throw down. It's time to shut down Mutiny. Remind them and everyone else, when you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us.
Yeet!
Jay, phenomenal speech out there. Really stirring stuff. You actually inspired me to mend fences with my cousin after he married my ex. Funny story. I didn't know she was my ex until the wedding. I thought we were going to a retirement party. I guess we were. Just more a retirement for our marriage.
Cool story, Troy.
Point is, Mutiny was inspired by your promo, too. Word is, CM Punk is sending 3 of his top guys to take you down in a match next week.
3-on-2, huh? That sounds about right for Punk.
It's more than just numbers. I'd say he's aiming to shut down your little Usos reunion for good. All this unity talk, rallying the roster, trying to get The Rock involved, it's making them less than pleased. They want to break your spirit. And your bodies. It doesn't help that you'll be outnumbered.
Then it sure would be nice if our cousin The Rock would show up and even the odds. Family's supposed to have your back, right?
Clearly, I'm not the best person to ask when it comes to cousins, but I think in general, yes, that's true.
Then maybe you can send Rock a message. Let him know it's serious and we need some backup.
I'll send the word up the chain. No guarantees. I only have access to his assistant's assistant, but I'll stress how critical the situation is. Maybe it'll push him to take a stand.
It's about time he did.
Wait a second, it's The Rock! Looks like he's here to even the odds.
The Rock or Mutiny mind games? Unfortunately for the Usos, it looks like it was the latter.
That was vicious. Tommaso Ciampa hit hard.
2. Taking out the victory as his opponent does his best. Saxton stares up at the lights.
The team of Jimmy Uso and Joe Uso.
A big win that's left us with some bigger questions. Was The Rock taken out backstage? Was he even here?
Hey, enjoy the moment, Saxton. These guys stayed focused and pulled off a huge win. 2-on-3 is no problem when the 2 are Jimmy and Jay Uso.
Do you think The Rock ever even got word that we needed him?
It looked like he saw the match announced on social media. But maybe that was his assistant's assistant posting. Who knows? We've got a TLC tag match at NXT to worry about now.
And this is on their turf now. KO out here talking about reuniting an old team. Could get nasty, Oos. We really might need some serious backup this time. We better reach out to The Rock again, for real. We need all the help we can get.
He made his choice. He's not coming. This is on us now. I've moved on, and so should you.
Then what are we doing, Oos? Was it the whole point to convince Rock to stand with us? If he's not coming, why are we walking into this trap?
Look, Oos, I hear you. We wanted the Rock in our corner, yeah. But maybe this whole thing ain't about getting someone to fight our battles. It's about us standing tall, on our own 2 feet. We step into NXT, face down whatever they got, because that's what the Usos do. We fight. They knock us down, we come back swinging harder. Maybe, just maybe, that'll show everyone. The Rock, the locker room, the whole dang world, how the Usos roll. Always ready, always standing tall. And if that takes us standing alone to prove that point, then that's what we're gonna do. Stand together and stand strong.
Okay, if this is our stand, then let's go light up Mutiny with that Uso fire.
Yeet!
Yeet!
Sami Zayn, another powerful superstar, has joined Mutiny.
And from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn!
With Sami Zayn joining Kevin Owens, this could get ugly fast. Is it too late for the Usos to call this off?
No, come on, Saxton. The Usos coming here sends a strong message to the rest of WWE. Against Mutiny, you counter, not cower.
Whip to the outside here.
This could be a turning point.
The Usos setting up for something big.
Here they go.
Double cross body to the outside.
Yeet.
I know you're excited, but don't yeet, Saxton.
Braun Breaker with a clothesline. Where did he come from?
I have no idea.
And now Jay gets slammed into the steel steps. The mood has quickly changed.
Sammy and KO had an ace up their sleeve in Mutiny's enforcer, Braun Breaker.
And now Breaker cinches in the Steiner recliner.
What are these three up to now?
It looks like Mutiny is going to impale him with that chair. Roman Reigns with a spear out of nowhere.
Everyone in this arena is shocked, including both teams.
We've been waiting for the final boss, but instead, the original tribal chief has picked a side. Braun Breaker is reeling.
And they nail Breaker with 1D.
You're not going to get away that easy, Sammy. Time to pay the piper.
Sammy is begging, pleading for forgiveness from the Usos.
He's not going to get it.
Superman punch.
And the double super kick.
1, 2, 3.
That'll do it. What a victory for the Usos in the heart of Mutiny territory with a shift from the head of the table.
Sami Zayn's Mutiny debut was a giant dud.
Thanks to Roman Reigns and the Usos' Herculean effort.
Certainly not the reunion that Sammy and KO hoped everyone would be talking about.
And that look says it all, guys. The Usos' courage inspired the OTC to join the fight against Mutiny.
All three family members standing united. They've not just won a match, they've made a statement. Incredible resilience and unity shown here tonight.
Yeet.
Gotta hand it to you, Jay. You and Jimmy really brought the fire to Mutiny.
Yeah, and Roman brought the gasoline.
You know it. We're all in this together now.
So Jimmy and Roman are both on board.
Yeet. They're both ready to take down Mutiny at Survivor Series. Roman's done with sitting on the sideline. He's all in.
And The Rock?
He sent me a text hyping up how many people saw the match.
Huh? At least we know he's watching.
Yeah. He's watching the numbers and hearing cha-ching every time someone says Survivor Series. But we're the ones with the real business to handle. What's our next move?
We need to go after the Unity titles. It's time to make a big statement.
Agreed. It's a huge feather in Punk's cap right now. Let's make sure Mutiny walks into Survivor Series without them.
Yeet. But which two of us are going after it?
You two. There's no sense in letting Punk know we're all working together.
The less he knows, the better.
Great. Go get those Unity titles. We'll keep our Unity secret for now.
Have you two come for a friendly chat, or is this some sort of an ambush?
Let's call it a royal decree, because this gentleman and the queen are going after the Unity titles.
You two? Interesting. Not the combination I would have expected. How about I schedule a warm-up match just to see how this all works?
No. The WWE brass let this mutiny thing get out of hand, and now it's on us to fix their mess. We need to show them how it's done. Those titles, we're taking them back before Survivor Series. Yeet.
Fair enough. I should warn you, though, Punk is not eager to hand out Unity title shots, especially to a team from WWE.
We figured. What's it going to take?
The word is that the only way for a team from our side to earn a shot at the Unity Championships is in a 4-way tornado tag match at NXT Mutiny. If you want those titles before Survivor Series, you'll have to run through their best teams.
Line them up, Oos. We'll clear that path and claim that gold. No doubt.
Okay. If you want me to make arrangements, I will. But you'll be walking into the lion's den.
Only because the queen hasn't conquered it yet.
Set it up.
Two just defy the odds and earn themselves a shot at the Unity titles.
They defied the odds and CM Punk's plans, Cole. He was hoping to wear these two down. Now he's got to put those Unity titles on the line.
Did you see those social media posts? They're trying to sound tough, but we got them rattled.
That's exactly why I'm concerned.
Because you think Punk's going to pull something? Of course he will. I would. Doesn't mean it's something we've never seen or can't handle.
Yeet. Let him scheme. Tonight we're gonna do what the higher-ups wouldn't and strip those titles off Mutiny.
Don't start doubting us now.
Never. I've seen what you both can do. As soon as you said you were willing to fight alongside my partner and I, there was no other choice. But we've all been on the receiving end of Punk's deception before, and I've got a bad feeling about this.
You think there was something more to them saying they were going to make SmackDown a mutiny arena?
Maybe, but they also don't know we're working together. You'll have your hands full with Bailey and Lexis King. We'll patrol the arena and shut down any mutiny interference.
Good. It'll be nice to face Bailey when she doesn't have an ally in Stripes.
It looks like the rumors are true. Mutiny is planning an attack.
But they didn't plan for this.
That was brutal, but it looks like this brawl's over now.
Now, can we get some help back there, please?
She whips Bailey into the corner.
And a massive clothesline. Bailey is down. We've seen this before.
A massive whirlwind splash.
And King can't do anything about it.
This will do it.
Chad waiting to stop counting.
Maybe he forgot what number comes next.
Looks like they're going to remind him.
Wait, Bailey with the roll-up. It's over.
Chad Patton knew how to count that time.
That was a fast count. What the heck is going on here?
Chad Patton is running away with Mutiny before anyone else can argue.
This is a new low. Mutiny has infiltrated the referees.
Are we really surprised at this point when it comes to what Mutiny will do?
Hold on, it looks like Lexus King got left behind.
Yeah, and he's just realizing that right now.
Doesn't look like Lexus King's going anywhere.
Are these four superstars our team for Survivor Series? We may have lost this one, but now Lexus King is going to pay. And the other members of Mutiny are letting it happen.
No honor among thieves.
This could be a preview of Survivor Series.
This doesn't look good for King.
No, it does not.
And down onto the ringside floor.
What a chaotic SmackDown. A longtime WWE official has joined Mutiny.
But Team WWE answered with 4 unstoppable superstars. Survivor Series can't come soon enough.
A crooked referee? Ugh, just when we thought Punk couldn't stoop any lower.
I can't believe I didn't see it coming. I hate being a step behind him. At least we laid out Lexus.
Which means we get to show CM Punk what it's like to go toe-to-toe with us. Or should I say, fist to face.
I like the sound of that. In fact, if it's Punk we're facing, let's tell the GMs to make the match no DQ.
I like that.
Well, we've got one episode of SmackDown before Survivor Series. Let's go out to the ring and deliver a message to Mutiny that they can't ignore.
And even though the entire team will be out there, let's make sure Punk knows the message is coming from the two of us.
Then we should lean into our personalities, use what we do best.
I'm thinking we head straight into that ring and face them down. No tricks, no schemes. Show everyone that unlike Punk and Mutiny, we're not afraid of a fair fight.
Yes, straight to the point, face to face, no fear. Let's do it.
And there they are, the team representing WWE at Survivor Series.
WWE's fearsome foursome is here to make a statement.
Where's their teammate headed?
Looks like she took issue with a fan's mutiny sign.
Good, that doesn't belong here.
Hopefully a preview of what they'll do to Mutiny at Survivor Series.
You have to believe Mutiny is paying close attention right now.
I assume everyone's laser focused as we head into Survivor Series.
Let's hear what Team WWE has to say.
CM Punk! I know you're watching, you spineless, backstabbing SOB! You think you're walking out of Survivor Series with the keys to the kingdom? I got news for you. You're going to be carried out on a stretcher.
You thought you could hide behind your mindless army? Well, look what we've got. We're going to turn your mutiny into a massacre. We are only days away from...
CM Punk has heard enough.
Ah, how predictable. The Legion of the Righteous. It's always the chained dogs who bark the loudest. So keep barking, but remember, our actions will speak louder than your whining. We'll see you at Survivor Series, where Mutiny will unleash its wrath.
We're predictable. Huh. So are you. We know you sent some of your little henchmen here tonight.
Another backstage attack. A surprise invasion. It's getting old, Punk. Let's try something different.
We're here right now. Why wait for Survivor Series?
We're not going to. See, I sent a few prized members of Mutiny to SmackDown tonight. Because you were all bark and no bite. And we'll be happy to put all 4 of you down.
Mutiny is here. Survivor Series can wait, but apparently we can't. It looks like we're about to have a 4-on-4 match right here on SmackDown after this break.
And Williams is out.
Here's the pin. And got the win. That is a huge win here tonight.
Here are your winners. Marco Romy J. Norton, Jey Uso, and Charlotte Flair.
Team WWE is already running on all cylinders. What a win against Mutiny here tonight.
They certainly look ready for Survivor Series. And as for Mutiny, well, CM Punk has got to be wondering if sending these 4 in was a good idea.
Here we are. The future of WWE rests entirely on our shoulders.
No pressure, though.
I'm feeling good about our chances. After we called Mutiny out and beat the hell out of Punk's hand-selected crew, there's no way they're feeling confident walking into tonight.
Now, we just have to keep them off balance.
One way we could do that is with a last-minute substitution. When I joined the team, you got Tiffany Stratton too. As much as I want to get my hands on Io in the first match, Mutiny would never see this coming.
That's an interesting idea, but we wanted you on the team because of you. So let's stick with the plan.
Don't forget we got my brother and my cousin too. I always love taking it to KO. But we hit Jimmy or Roman's music, KO won't know what to do.
We've got the head of the table at our disposal. Jay, you did the heavy lifting getting us here, but we've got a WMD in our arsenal. I say we use it.
The time for talk is over. Let's go out there and start the series with a win.
Better yet, let's make it 2 wins. I don't think we're ever gonna get to that 3rd and final Unity title match, no matter what Mutiny tries to pull.
So long as we have this kind of faith in each other, I know I'm going to walk out of Survivor Series on the winning side.
Setting Io up for a suplex here.
Shades of Eddie Guerrero.
Hold on. Io's got backup.
But Team WWE was ready.
Wait a second.
Asuka with the poison mist.
Where did she come from?
Io with a moonsault from out of nowhere.
The genius of the sky had a genius plan.
And that'll do it.
Mutiny has drawn first blood here at Survivor Series, and WWE is on its heels down 1-0.
You have to wonder if we're even going to see a Unity title match tonight in that third and final contest. Kevin Owens could make this a series sweep of Team WWE.
This night could go from bad to worse.
How's she doing after that missed attack from Asuka?
They're flushing her eyes out in the trainer's room. I think she's angrier than she is hurt. But now we're playing from behind.
It's her own damn fault. How didn't we see Asuka coming?
Overconfidence. We were looking one way and they slipped the knife right in our backs. But we're going to be ready for them this time.
They've used crooked refs, blindside attacks, and chances are that's going to be the theme of the night. How do we hold them off?
You two head to Gorilla and make sure we don't see a repeat of Kyrie and Bailey's interference.
What are you gonna do?
Collect our mad-as-hell partner from the trainer's room. We'll try to stop Mutiny from coming through the crowd.
That sounds like a plan.
When we were training together, you ever imagine we'd be the last line of defense protecting the future of WWE?
As a matter of fact, yeah. Tonight is what I've been imagining for a very long time.
Let's go tie this thing up.
Reigns has identified the target. Step spear. Wow, Reigns nailed it.
Wasting no time. Shoulders are down. And that's all she wrote.
Here is your winner, the OTC, Roman Reigns.
We're back in it, Corey. What a clutch win for Team WWE.
An impressive win over KO, and the series is now tied 1-1. It all comes down to our main event now.
We're right back in this thing.
Kevin Owens got taken apart out there.
It helped that it was finally a fair fight. Did you have to stop Mutiny from interfering?
Nope. I was in Gorilla the whole time and they never showed. You?
Your partner and I split up to cover the crowd and nobody came my way. Maybe they shot their shot with Asuka and damage control.
It's possible, but I bet Punk and Bailey have another trick or two up their sleeves.
That's what we're expecting. My partner and I have been through just about everything together. We've seen it all, and we're ready for whatever they throw at us.
Where is your partner?
I don't know. You haven't seen him since the last match?
No. Maybe that's why Mutiny never interfered. They were busy attacking him.
I'm going to find him.
You don't have time. You have to get to Gorilla for your match. This is our last chance to stop Mutiny.
We'll find him. You just go out there and win this thing.
This is it. The Civil War is over.
No! Bailey is not ready to give up on the rebellion.
And the referee's helpless since it's no disqualification.
Is that who I think it is?
We thought Mutiny had taken out half of our team.
They may have taken a shot, but this leader of Team WWE isn't going down that easily.
Bailey and Punk don't look so confident all of a sudden.
What they look is scared, Saxton. They see Mutiny crumbling before their very eyes.
Team WWE has Mutiny on the ropes.
Oh, my God.
What? What is happening?
I'll tell you what's happening. We're seeing yet another defection.
At the worst possible time. With everything these two have been through, I never thought I'd see this.
This is a shocking betrayal. It's a choice that can't be taken back.
These two have so much history.
That's what Punk excels at, Saxton. Divisiveness.
You should have seen this coming.
You hear that? You should have seen this coming.
Maybe we all should have.
Come on, you made your point.
It's what Mutiny's done for months, beating WWE in the most humiliating way possible.
Go to sleep! This is tough to watch. No,
What are you doing,
don't
ref?
count it. Come on.
The referee doesn't have a choice.
It's over.
Mutiny has prevailed, and WWE will never be the same.
Is it even WWE anymore? I never thought I'd see this day come.
Is there anyone who somehow can reclaim the legacy of this company?
I think it might be too late.
There's nothing left to say here. This is disgusting.
So, this is it. NXT Mutiny. I know you've been anxious to see behind the scenes.
I wanted to make sure everything you told me was true.
Make sure? You're not doubting your decision, are you?
No, I'm not doubting my decision. I think we can do something really special here.
Exactly. And it's just like I was telling you, if we expand Mutiny and make it even stronger, we can reshape this company into what the industry deserves. With your former partner out of the way and fired from WWE, this is our chance.
The idea of expansion is what got me on board. And being an actual leader, not just a follower called in to do someone else's bidding. I always felt like she was treating me that way, regardless of the fact we were supposed to be equal partners, even back when we were just training together.
Well, none of that is going to happen with us. You have a seat at the top here in Mutiny, right next to me, Bailey, and KO. We're all calling the shots. Together, there's nothing we can't do.
Speaking of calling the shots, I did have an idea. If we're really taking the reins here, we need to start aiming at the top. The board, Triple H.
I like the sound of that.
Let me loop you in on everything first. Now that we won Survivor Series, we have Raw, we have SmackDown, and we have WrestleMania. We have big plans for Mania, a celebration to really kick off our dominance.
You're just excited to finally main event.
Well, I'm certainly not unexcited by it, Bailey. Just like you're excited to actually be on the posters this year.
My face right in the center, baby. Make 'em look at me.
You take the Night 1 poster, I'll take Night 2.
Not sure where that leaves me, but we'll worry about that later. First, I think you owe the fans an explanation about why you chose to join Mutiny.
Looking forward to it. I got a lot to say. Everybody in the WWE universe, or should I say, Mutiny universe, is asking why I did what I did at Survivor Series. So I'm here to tell you why I made the choice to stand with the rebellion, so there could be no mistake about my intentions. I've been planning this from the beginning, ever since I made my debut in WWE. Hell, sometimes my act was so good, I even had myself fooled. When someone only reaches out when they need help, they are using you, like my partner was using me. I was always the better athlete when we were training. She just got a few lucky breaks that got her to the show. I needed to remind her of that. And I was just waiting for the right moment. Luckily, when she asked me to help her stop Mutiny, she gave me just what I was looking for. I remember the first time I heard Mutiny's mission. I drank it up. It made so much sense to me. It represented everything I've ever wanted. A chance to elevate the worthy. I waited for the perfect moment and finally approached Punk before Survivor Series. I made my choice because I saw what the future of WWE really is. Survival of the fittest. And the fittest have proven who they are. I know everyone thinks that I'm just a schemer, that maybe this was just another one-off swerve to surprise people with the unexpected. But it was time to step up and take matters into my own hands. That's the kind of attitude you'll be seeing from me now that I've stood on the right side of history. I'm excited to show you that new attitude on the debut episode of Raw Mutiny, when I challenge for the NXT Championship. An NXT title match on the first ever Raw Mutiny? Feels pretty can't miss to me!
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Championship.
It's the most treacherous man in the sport.
I can't believe this. This guy was brought into WWE to fight Mutiny?
Funny what handing someone a title match on a silver platter will buy.
Straight into the pin. 2. I guess we have a new NXT champion. Good for them.
Real original. One of Mutiny's leaders basically gave themselves a title.
I can't wait for my contract to expire. This is painful.
It's the hero we've been waiting for. They're back.
And the champion has no idea.
This is payback for Survivor Series.
They're getting out of Dodge before Mutiny shows up.
Maybe there's hope after all.
We thought WWE was dead and gone after Survivor Series, but it seems like there's still a pulse.
I hope you're right, Cole, but I fear what retaliation the new champion is capable of.
My ex-partner already had their chance to talk to the Mutiny universe. Now, it's my turn. I talk, you listen. Because the only thing you made clear was how much of a coward you are. You were planning this from the beginning? You've never planned a single thing in your life. Always a follower, never a leader. Even now, just latching onto someone else's corrupt crusade. You say you drank up Mutiny's mission, and maybe that's true. But I see Mutiny's mission for what it really is. A selfish attempt to put yourself first and steal what you can't earn. I should have never pulled you in from the competition. You don't deserve WWE. That's why I'm going to make sure I save it. From you.
Your old buddy taking you out on the very first episode of Raw Mutiny? Not the best look.
Really? You had to be expecting some sort of retaliation after Survivor Series.
Yes, but you put an even bigger target on your back by going after the NXT Championship right away.
You said you were on board with me calling my shot. Remember? Besides, Who would be a better champion, anyway? Got someone else in mind?
It's not about who I have in mind. It's about who's the best in the ring. Mutiny doesn't anoint champions, just like we don't crown first draft picks or make anyone grab a dumb brass ring. Not with me in charge.
And why did you put yourself in the main event of WrestleMania? Maybe a bit hypocritical. Besides, we're in charge. We need to think bigger. If you really believe in breaking down the establishment, we need to do what I said. It's time to take out Triple H.
We can't do that.
Why not?
It's not a smart move.
Do I have a voice here or not, Punk?
You do have a voice, but you don't have the full picture. Triple H has been working with us from the beginning.
What?
Listen, I trust you. That's why I'm telling you this. Bailey and KO don't even know.
When did this start?
When I came back to WWE, my conversation with Hunter back then, it wasn't about mending fences. It was about breaking down walls. Triple H has been wanting to shake things up for a while now. Sometimes, it just takes some time to put a plan into motion. And what better way to leverage the brand he helped build?
So everyone who was accusing Triple H of working with Mutiny was right all along?
Yes, but they don't need to know that. Nobody does. It's better with Hunter as our silent partner. He can do more that way, so that's how it needs to stay. Listen, I know this is a lot, but we need to focus on taking care of your former partner. We should team up to get rid of her once and for all. Bailey's been itching to get back into action. I think she should be a part of this. I'll announce it on social media.
You know what? Not Bailey. KO.
Really? Your call? Despite everything that happened after, you becoming our new champion was a great night for Mutiny.
You're damn right it was. And we're just getting started.
Well, if it isn't our new champion, congratulations. And what a rude clapback after the fact. Your old partner's clearly jealous.
Thanks.
You seem distracted. Championship pressure already getting to your head?
I just got some interesting news. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about something.
Shoot.
Do you ever miss being in charge? Must get tiring following Punk around like a sheep.
Hey, I'm no sheep. I have as much say around here as you do.
Which is not very much. It's clear that Punk is pulling the strings to get himself ahead. I don't blame him. I kind of just wish I thought of it first. And I'm surprised you didn't. You always seemed like such a leader to me.
I see what you're doing, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm in the same boat as you and just asking questions. Like, what do you think Punk's endgame really is?
If I get to dominate the women's division and crush dummies along the way, then who cares?
Interesting. Well, turns out I have a chance for you to crush some dummies. We're teaming up to take down my former partner, and I asked Punk to put you in the match.
Looking forward to it.
No telling what's going on in his mind right now. Like a back of the head and neck again. Maybe trying.
Man, it's gotta feel good. Sweet, sweet victory.
Here are your winners, Marco CM Punk and Kevin Owens.
This is terrible. I don't even know what to say.
I wish I had something inspirational to tell you, Saxton, but that result just solidified Mutiny's grasp on this company.
Another well-deserved victory. Kind of annoyed I wasn't in the match, though.
Oh, I don't blame you. Punk was insistent that it be KO instead of you. You know you were my choice. I pushed back, but Punk finally told me that Triple H was the one who wanted KO in the match.
Triple H? Why would he care? And why would Punk listen to him?
Wait. You don't know?
What are you talking about?
Okay, I have something to tell you. Punk confessed the truth to me. He's been working for Hunter the whole time.
What? Was this whole thing some sort of game for them? Why didn't they tell me?
I don't know. It seems like a power grab for both of them. I was angry when I found out, but I can't imagine how you feel hearing it like this. When I joined Mutiny, I thought it was for the greater good. But now we've traded one master for two others.
Punk and Triple H.
Yeah. They're even making me take on my former partner in a singles match. They're saying it's best for business.
But she should be gone. You just beat them.
I know, but we're powerless.
Unless...
Unless what?
I'm thinking I should talk to KO. Maybe it's time we take matters into our own hands. That's what you said when you joined Mutiny, right?
It was.
Thank you for trusting me.
Of course. I'm not like Punk. And just make sure you tell KO to keep all of this between us. Especially the Triple H part.
I got you.
Oh my God, that table right there. This isn't gonna be pretty.
Table's broken in half. Don't worry though, there might still be more around here somewhere.
A decisive victory for Mutiny. Can you believe the loser was once our #1 draft pick?
From the top of WWE to exile.
And here comes the Mutiny brass to revel in their triumph.
Real tough after what that competitor just went through.
And here we go with the gloating. Typical Mutiny.
For better or worse, these are now the individuals who control what's left of WWE.
What the hell? What is happening?
It's a mutiny! A mutiny! They've turned on Punk!
Why? He's their leader.
I think you mean was. It looks like he's been replaced by the NXT champion.
Look at Punk's face. That's pure shock and hatred right there.
But Mutiny's new leader doesn't give a damn.
Go to sleep on Punk.
This Hell in a Cell match may be over, but CM Punk is entering his own personal hell.
And there's no way out.
For Punk, for any of us.
Remember what I said a few weeks ago about survival of the fittest? CM Punk was not fit to lead this mutiny. Punk, you were keeping one too many secrets. You don't keep secrets from your allies. And you just learned that lesson the hard way. You were right that it was time for a mutiny in WWE, but you were never the one to lead it. You lacked the vision and conviction to go far enough. All you really cared about was getting your WrestleMania main event. So simple-minded and small. But all that changes now. This year, there will be no WrestleMania. Out with the old and in with the new. Say goodbye to the showcase of the Immortals. It's time for MutinyMania! CM Punk. You won't be in the main event. You won't be on the card. Matter of fact, you won't be on any card in any promotion once I'm done with you. I've taken control, and I won't make the same mistakes that you did, Punk. I won't be as lenient, and I won't keep your secrets. So stay tuned, Mutiny Universe. After I'm done with him, I'm going to reveal the truth that CM Punk has been hiding from you this whole time. Then it will be game over. Watching you hit Punk with his own moves felt so good. Therapeutic, almost.
It was even better doing it. And now we're ready to finally make this our own.
You were right. Punk was holding us back, and most of Mutiny agrees.
After I beat Punk, the rest of them will come along. If not, they're gone.
Like you said, non-compliance will not be tolerated.
I need you two to have my back out there. Triple H knows we're about to reveal that he was behind Mutiny, so he'll do anything to stop us.
Understood.
And you won't forget your end of the deal?
I'm honest about what I want. Power, championships, maybe even a certain amount of chaos. But the two of you get the first pick of everything I don't want. We don't have to fake any of this convoluted, equitable nonsense that Punk preached.
Now that's refreshing.
Wait a minute, setting in. Devastating submission coming.
Straining those muscles.
Just excruciating. CM Punk has been defeated, and Mutiny has a new and even more treacherous leader.
I'm not sure how long there's going to be a WWE if this continues.
I agree. We are in trouble here.
Thank you. Paul Triple H Levesque is here to put a stop to this.
Look at the fear in the Mutiny leader's eyes.
I don't think they're scared one bit, Saxton.
Bailey and KO from behind. They're attacking Triple H.
We saw the mock fear on their leader's face. This was a trap from the beginning.
This is my arena. Wait a second. Look who it is.
He's here. The Rock is here. Finally. Yes.
Rock bottom. Rock bottom.
I never thought I'd see the day the Great One backed up Triple H, but here we are, and I'm so grateful.
Mutiny is gonna regret activating the final boss.
It looks like they already do.
There have been rumors for quite some time about my alleged involvement in Mutiny. Today I would like to put those rumors to rest, because they are true. I did work with CM Punk and Mutiny because I saw the need for change in WWE. I thought NXT, the brand I started, was the perfect place to launch this movement. Unfortunately, I now know this was a mistake. Punk unleashed a monster. I can't change the decisions that I made in the past, but I know what needs to happen now. Any group that renames our shows, rebrands WrestleMania, and puts the pursuit of power ahead of what is best for business is not the future of WWE. So, to the new leader of Mutiny, I've already hung up my boots. So I'm not gonna step in that ring and beat the hell out of you myself, which is bad news for you. See, every game has its final boss. So at the first and last MutinyMania, you are going one-on-one with the Great One. And The Rock is going to lay the smackdown on you. Not the Mutiny smackdown, the WWE smackdown. Because we are taking back what's ours. There's only one question left for me to ask. Are you ready?
Wow, Triple H. Look who decided to step out of the shadows. I thought I was going to get to expose you, but I guess you wanted to control your narrative, you sopping sack of has-been. And to bring you and The Rock together? Oh, they say time heals all wounds, but I think it was me and Mutiny. So sweet, the two of you patched up your differences so that he could try to do what you can't in the ring. Honestly, it saves me time, because I'm not stopping with you. I'm going to take down The Rock then the board, then everything and everyone associated with what used to be WWE. Until I've dismantled it piece by piece. You may have lost perspective looking down from your gilded tower, but the only difference between us is that I don't pretend to care about everyone else. You hid your ambition under doing what's best for business. I don't hide my corruption or lie about what I'm truly after. Power. You want your little movie star to destroy me? Fine. Send your final minion to Mutiny's biggest night of the year. I'll fight the final boss at MutinyMania for your job and control of the company. The rise of Mutiny was just the beginning. The complete demolition of WWE is the natural end. Those Unity Championships look good. I told you I'd take care of you. You collected all the old WWE titles too, right?
We did. Managed to round up the whole pile of them.
Perfect. They'll melt down nicely for scrap. Is everything ready for the main event?
Absolutely. Everything at MutinyMania is going better than we could have imagined.
The Mutiny universe is loving it.
Good. So you haven't heard any chatter from CM Punk, have you? I can deal with The Rock and Triple H, but I have no idea who this other surprise is.
It doesn't matter who it is. You're ready for anyone.
This is your night.
You're damn right it is.
Hi, remember me? Troy Simkin?
Unfortunately.
Any chance Mutiny would hire me back? I know the last time didn't end well, but I need a gig and I have no scruples about performing any task.
You don't have the stomach, Simkin.
Oh, you'd be surprised at my absolute lack of morality. In fact, as a show of goodwill, or in your case, nastiness, I've taken the liberty of preparing an extra special MutinyMania entrance. One befitting someone of your stature. If you'd like to use it, that is.
All right, Troy. Let's see what you cooked up.
Fantastic! Do I have a job then?
Maybe. I'll get back to you once I take care of these two old men.
There's only one roadblock standing between this man and complete domination.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Germany, weighing in at 254 pounds, the NXT champion, Marco Kartoffel.
There is no question about the symbolism of this man destroying that throne.
Mind games, Saxton, but I don't think they're going to work on the final boss.
This no-good snake broke an empty throne. He's about to find out that The Rock is a little harder to beat. the final boss, The Rock, here to save this company.
His opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
Did you ever think you'd see the day that Triple H would be in The Rock's corner?
Absolutely not, Byron, but I never thought I'd see a threat to WWE big enough to bring them together either.
Back from the dead. Every time Mutiny's leader tries to get his former partner out of the picture, she finds a way back to haunt it.
Oh, this got to be The Rock's special guest that he teased. The final boss is pulling out all the stops.
We're about to see
brutal knee right to the face.
The Great One is down. The Rock is down.
I can't believe it. Is the final boss really defeated?
But surely Triple H must have a plan.
Triple H isn't coming to save The Rock, Byron. No one's coming to save him. Or us.
It's really over then. MutinyMania has decided the future and WWE.
It's all mutiny, Saxton. Now we better pay some respect to our new overlord if we want our checks to clear.